Hey guys, what's up? We're watching TbonesTech. In this video, I'm going to be explaining ISO. Now, ISO is the setting that allows you to control your sensor sensitivity to light. So if you're shooting at ISO 100 and you want to make your images brighter, you can bump up your ISO or step up your ISO to ISO 200 or 400 or 800 or 6400 and so on. And that is going to make your images brighter. Now, for the most part, we are going to want to stick to those lower ISO numbers. So we're going to get more clear images. Now, to get the best results, you're going to want to shoot at ISO 800 or lower. That's going to give you the best noise-free images. Once you start shooting above that, your images are going to get considerably more noisy. Now, depending on how expensive your DSLR is, it's going to depend on how good your ISO performance is. If you're shooting with a Canon 1DX, then you can shoot at ISO 6400 without any problems, and your images are going to be almost noise-free. Now, if you're shooting at ISO 6400 on a Canon Rebel T3, then you're going to run into a lot of noise. So it also does depend on how good your noise performance of your DSLR is. And keep in mind, usually the more expensive the camera, the better the noise performance. When you are shooting at higher ISOs, your sensor is making more inaccurate guesses to what each individual pixel is, and that is going to create noise. So when you bump up your ISO, it's making more and more mistakes because it didn't actually gather enough light into your sensor, so now that sensor is just making more guesses as to what each individual pixel is. Alright, so now I'm going to do some noise performance tests with the Canon T3. The Canon T3 is Canon's cheapest DSLR out there, so it's going to have the worst ISO performance out of any DSLR out there. I'm using this camera so it'll give you guys a good idea of what noise looks like. Alright, so first I'm going to shoot at ISO 100. I'm not going to change any of the other settings like aperture or shutter speed. I'm just going to change the ISO number. So you see the images get brighter and you see the images get noisier, but I'm not going to make them all evenly exposed. Okay, that's at ISO 100. Now, shooting at ISO 200. ISO 400. ISO 800. ISO 3200. And ISO 6400. Alright, so first off, I want to apologize for the bad audio. I'm just using my built-in earpods to record the audio into my MacBook. But I'm going to show you the difference between the different ISOs. So as you guys can see right here, this is ISO 100, and moving down over here, we can see ISO 6400. So if you guys want to compare the difference between just these two images, I'm going to zoom into the EOS. As you guys can see, it is pretty noisy right here. Alright, so now taking a look at ISO 100, it doesn't look nearly as noisy. So I'm just going to go through all of the different pictures. Here is ISO 100, moving on to ISO 200, and all these settings were the same. As you guys can see, the shutter speed and the aperture all remain the same, just the ISO number changed. So it looks a little bit more noisy than did the ISO 100. It seems like just a little bit more noise here in the EOS section. And moving on to ISO 400. And again, every time it should get more noisy. And again, ISO 400 did get a lot more noisy on this Canon Rebel T3. Now, without even zooming in, you can see it's starting to get even more noisy just in here. It just doesn't look super crisp. I do recommend watching this video in full 1080p so you can see the max quality of these pictures. Now here the image is getting a lot more overexposed because we did increase the ISO, so again the image is going to get brighter since we didn't change any of the other settings, and it is starting to get brighter, and it is indeed getting more noisy. As you guys can see here, this isn't dust, this is just the sensor making mistakes as to what the actual color is. Moving on to ISO 3200, it gets considerably more noisy just in here, and even without zooming in again, you can see how noisy it looks. Of course, it does look a lot more brighter too, but it is a very, very noisy image, and you can see noise everywhere. And last but not least, we have ISO 6400, where everything was completely overexposed and pretty noisy. At some point, it's actually almost so overexposed that it doesn't look so noisy, but in these deep blacks right here, it does look incredibly noisy. Looks like it got the color right in these couple pixels right here. It did actually get the black color correct. If you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure to click my Photography Explained playlist. It's going to send you to all the videos, aperture explained, shutter speed explained, depth of field explained, and more. And that's going to help you get a better understanding of photography, so you're going to be able to take much better pictures. If you guys want to see more videos that haven't come out yet, make sure to subscribe to my channel because then you'll be notified when I upload those videos. So again, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.